doctor.
Right. We're not immune to allergies though. So. Yeah. I have lived in Florida for about 18 years, and I've worked at Walt Disney World for well, I worked officially there for 14 years, and I now work for Xerox. Disney outsourced their IT to two companies back in 2005. One being ACS, or Affiliated Computer Services, which was purchased this year by the Xerox company. And the other, we do all desktop support, mail support, and networking support. That's ACS Xerox. The other folks that they outsource to is a company that you may have heard of called IBM. And IBM does all of the server infrastructure for Disney, all file servers, application servers, and so forth. So we work hand in hand with them to get Disney up and running and doing their thing. I've worked with Macintosh for about 15 years, officially supporting Macintoshes starting in 1999 at Walt Disney Feature Animation, which was closed in 2004, the Florida branch was. So went off on my own for a while. I worked on consulting business, supporting mainly Macintosh, some Windows support and Linux support, but mainly Macintosh. Did that from 2004 to 2007 when I was hired. 2008 when I was hired on by Xerox, so ACS. This presentation was created by Apple. It was not created by me, so I'm going to go through it and I'm going to talk through it as much as I can. I want this to be as casual as possible, so if any of you have any questions at any time throughout this, please just raise your hand and I'll stop and call on you and try to answer your questions to the best of my ability. So, somebody want to kill the lights?
Yeah.
Okay. This first presentation is about the Macintosh operating system itself. Basically, it's about Snow Leopard, which is the latest version, OS 10 version 6, 10.6. And it came out, I believe, late last year. I think it was in October of 2009 that this operating system came out. And the very first part of this slide will talk about Leopard, which is 10.5. 10.5 came out in 2007. So it was kind of a big deal amongst the Mac community that Apple waited for 2 years for a operating system update. But it was Leopard was a great operating system, had lots and lots of really cool the products within the operating system. We'll talk about some of those here. They say it's their best-selling Apple product. Some of the technology built within Macintosh OS 10 Leopard and also in Snow Leopard 10.6. In this particular case, this is called CoverFlow. This is the operating system. It's this is basically opening a folder, and you can scroll through and look at all of your files, and you get a quick kind of a snapshot of what the file looks like without ever opening it. So in this particular case, that it could be a PDF there. That is a PDF that you're looking at. So you can scroll through with this handle here. You can actually scroll through the files, and they will flip as you're scrolling to see what's there. You could also use your arrow key and just select select individual files or up and down, and they'll flip up there as well. Pretty neat technology. This is called Quick Look. We're actually in the operating system. We're not open. Nothing is open here. If you look up there in the corner, it says Finder. Finder is analogous to Windows Explorer if you're a Mac or if you're a Windows user. In this particular case, you select the file, you hit the space bar, gives you a quick preview, a quick look, so to speak, of what the file is. Use that all the time. Fantastic technology. OS 10 Leopard also brought something called Time Machine. You may have heard of that. Time Machine is Apple's GUI front end to rsync, Unix command called rsync. Basically, every hour, anything that is changed on your computer is backed up. Any user files are backed up to either an external disk or a time capsule disk that's shared via wireless technology. So that's Leopard. Next iteration, Snow Leopard. a better leopard. You can tell this was written by marketing people. They had some goals in mind, refinements, provide lots of refinements across the entire operating system. Technologies that create powerful new technologies that take advantage of their hardware in every Mac. All Macintoshes now have the Intel operating system, or Intel architecture. And also to build Exchange into, Exchange support into the operating system. But there are literally thousands of products within the Macintosh. And when they went to Snow Leopard, 90% of those over 1,000 products were updated to work with. Basically what happened when you went from Leopard to Snow Leopard, they're now only supporting Intel. So the official cutoff of the PowerPC architecture, which is the prior Macintosh, which was used for years, way back into the 90s, built by Motorola, chips built by Motorola, they're officially no longer supported by Apple. So everything from this point forward is Intel. I'm extremely happy about that. And I'll take you through some of these projects. We're not going to go through every single one of those icons. I know you want to, but there's probably some time constraints here. This is the Finder. That's the kind of the core of the operating system, again, like Windows Explorer. Really happy with, they're talking about how they're really happy with the way it works. This application that I'm using to run this slideshow is called Keynote, by the way. Kind of the, and it's similar to PowerPoint, but some would say more desirable.
What are you running it on?
That's a MacBook Air.
No, but what's in your hand?
This is my iPhone.
That's
And
the point I wanted to make.
yeah, so I'm using the Wi-Fi connection, or there's a Wi-Fi network called I think it's Netgear. So I've connected both of these to Netgear, and I'm able to wirelessly control this. So anyway, it's talking here about all the different things that they've done to improve the Finder. With the Finder, they have basically made it compatible with, they've rewritten it in something called Cocoa. It's 64-bit compatible as opposed to the old 32-bit. So lots of advances. Down at the bottom of every Mac screen, you'll notice that there's something called the dock with the icons there. I don't know if there's anything really comparable on the Windows side.